for some little travelers making their way home. And now my frame is bowed from many stints at sea. But he thinks I'm beautiful, and he's beautiful to me. My hair has strands of silver, each one plays a note. They contain the melody of all the songs I wrote, and they blend together in perfect harmony. But he thinks I'm beautiful, and he's beautiful to me. Lines across my face, places I've been torn. I welded the broken pieces stronger than before. Not everyone who looks has the right eyes to see, but he thinks I'm beautiful, and he's beautiful to me. He thinks I'm beautiful, and he's beautiful to me. I wish I could tell him every time when he walks through the door, inside I'm bleeding. How when I smile and fill his cup but never say a word, inside I'm screaming. How my whole life I've been reading lines or holding my tongue, all my songs unsung. And how my hunger is a match burning down to my fingertips. Will I let it burn? How his hazel eyes could see me down the road to sin. All my pages would be scattered in the wind. It's crazy how he'll never know all we've been through. This man I never knew. All the sweet delusions ever playing in my wicked mind, my wheels are spinning. All the fruit within my reach just withering on the vine. I'm always waiting. Oh, his hazel eyes could see me down the road to sin. All my pages would be scattered in the wind. It's crazy how he'll never know all we've been through. This man I never knew. With thrift store designer jeans and worn out flip-flops, mozzarella cheese sticks and shot enough to pop, soda bottles filled with dandelion puffs from our backyard. We're Friday date night dress up, wearing long outdated trends, cruising with the windows down missing from the social ladder, caviar on a saltine cracker, but it's all I need. La 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 la. We scrape the kale in the trash and go for barbecue instead. The glances we exchange when our words need to be said. The coffee table plays to hide the melted crayon on our rug. I wiped last night's mascara from...
All right. We're finally getting started, just a couple of minutes late, but anyway, I appreciate everybody. It's the big day. I am so excited. Yeah, it is the big day. Like probably 8 or 9 years in the making. My son was a newborn when I started, and he played on the album now. So that tells you something. Anyway, all right. So I've got a lot of things to say and a lot of people to thank and whatnot, which I will. But I'm going to go ahead and get started playing, because these kind people here at Sidecar have been waiting long enough. All right. All right. Here we go. Oh, here's my set list if you want. I kind of flipped it around from what I sent you, so I'm not changing tunings and stuff. All right. Cool. Here we go. This one is called "All for You." Have bared the trees you used to climb. I planted them when you were born. Time passed like a wave across the sand. 30 years since you left home. You'd believe that I'm different from who you knew. But I climb the walls I built with the words I said. Any words, they fail me now. On how I thought that I did it all for you. Silence will never be. Wondering what you think of me. I don't expect you to believe that I'm different from who you knew. But I climb the walls I built with words I said. Any words, they fail me now. On how I thought that I did it all for you. You'd believe that I'm different from who you knew. But I climbed the walls I built with words I said. Any words, they fail me now. On how I thought that I did it all for you. Thank you, guys. I have the incomparable Matt Rains here with me tonight. Oh, it's under the chair. Oh, it is? Yeah, it's under the chair. All right. We didn't rehearse. Isn't that cool? That's how cool Matt is. He just kind of shows up and does his thing flawlessly. He's one of those guys. All right. So this next one, let me see. It's beautiful. Yeah. So I wrote this one. This one goes out to the moms. You know who you are. All right. I had some weird effect I'm going to take off. All right, here we go. My body was a sailboat, shelter from the storms, for some little travelers making their way home. And now my frame is bowed from many stints at sea. But he thinks I'm beautiful and he's beautiful to me. And my hair has strands of silver, each one plays a note. They contain the melody of all the songs I wrote, and they blend together in perfect harmony. He thinks I'm beautiful, he's beautiful to me. Across my face, places I've been torn, welded the broken pieces to be stronger than before. Not everyone who looks has the right eyes to see, but he thinks I'm beautiful and he's beautiful to me. He thinks I'm beautiful and he's beautiful to me. All right. That's the stuff. It is it's a real treat to be playing with Matt. It's a real treat. It's our first time to play a full set together. We played like 2 songs once, but that's all. Yeah, at your thing. Remember, I came up and I showed up and I played. Yeah. All right, this next one is Charlie. I wrote this one about kind of missing home in Louisiana, and although I had named it Charlie originally for a place called Charlie Seafood, hey Mark. I had named it for Charlie Seafood, but then I wound up naming it for my cousin, Charles, who's he's one of my really biggest supporters, and he unfortunately passed away last year. And but anyway, I really want this song to go out to him, and I somewhat dedicated the album to him too. I've got some family here, so anyway, this one goes out to Charles Ward, and as well as his siblings. All right.
at last darken your door, or maybe 4. Living in the city's going well. I'm used to tight spaces and angry faces staring at me. I live like a king. Oh, but Charlie, how I miss you guys and all the nights I danced on your floor. My heart and my head are caught in a tug of war. There's something I'll settle for. You know my favorite chair. Put my picture there and make me a po' boy dressed to a T. Buy a round of drafts and y'all have some laughs and raise a plastic cup for me. Man, in the city there's no room to fly. By the seat of my pants, I dance barefoot in the dirt. White butter on my shirt. I'd love to tell you my success, but I'm a hot mess. My ears always pressed to the ground, learning my way around. Oh, but Charlie, how I miss you guys and all the nights I passed out on your floor. My heart and my head are caught in a tug of war. There's something I'll settle for. You know my favorite chair. Put my picture there and make me a po' boy dressed to a T. Buy a round of drafts and y'all have some laughs and raise a plastic cup for me. A plastic cup for me. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Mark, what you want to do? You want to just hang? Well, it's up to you, man. You can find a way to sit in if you want, or. All right. Okay. All right. Y'all, this is my producer, Mark Abernathy. He you know, I say I write the songs and he's the one that makes them magic. So there's no, yeah, indeed. He and his son Yale as well, and his daughter India was on the album as well. There is no C.C. Hinton music without Mark Abernathy, period. It's just as simple as that. All right, so here's the next one. We're gonna do Forevermore. This one is about, I would say, unconditional love, and the idea came to me from the parable of the prodigal son. And you always hear about the prodigal son, but you never think about the father's response, the fact that the father just welcomed him back. And I had a newborn at home at the time, and so it just suddenly struck me, and it really made sense, and I wanted something to remember it by. So that's where this one came from. Welcome home, it's good to see see your face. The ballast of my soul was out of place. Nothing felt the same. Your eyes are shell with a pearl to hide. You're my treasure uncovered by the tide. Nothing else remains. Every night I'd stay up late, say a prayer and clean the slate. My love for you is as it was before, and forevermore. Welcome home, I know you're tired and cold. Lie by the fire, your sight to behold. You've nothing to explain. Come and lay your burden at my feet. The calf is fattened and the honey's sweet. I've waited for this day. Every night I'd stay up late, say a prayer and clean the slate. My love for you is as it was before, and forevermore. Thank you, guys. All right, make sure I do this one. I got to make a quick tuning change for this one. Very quick. This is a fun little song. This one was originally going to be about Genghis Khan. But I just couldn't make it work. Hunter's Moon. I tuned for him. Yeah. I do weird things for this one. So I wound up having to make it about something else. And I'll just let y'all figure out what it was. And this is one that I really like, the album version of it. Mark made it really, really cool. They did some really, really cool stuff on it to kind of get the effects, and I'll just have to listen to it to figure out what it was. But there's some really, really, really interesting interpretations on this one. All right, Hunter's Moon. So unaware of the snare on you. Sarah, you're the perfect pawn in this game. Sarah, see the sky turning gray. Your gallows awaiting Old Town Square. Sarah, do you hear them chanting your name? chanting your name. Sarah, they're lighting their torches now. This time you're the lamb to feed that hungry crowd. Sarah, your soul will fly up dressed in white under the hunter's moon tonight. Sarah, your beauty had him in a trance. That romance was more than I could bear. Sarah, my rage like an arrow fixed in aim. Sarah, I went to where the righteous mass, they had some stones to cast today. Sarah, they were waiting for someone to blame. So I mention your name. Sarah, they're lighting their torches now. This time you're the lamb to feed that hungry crowd. Sarah, your soul will fly up dressed in white under the hunter's moon tonight. Sarah, they're lighting their torches now. This time you're the lamb to feed that hungry crowd. Sarah, your soul will fly up dressed in white under the hunter's moon tonight. All right. I'm gonna switch to ukulele for a second, and while I do, I'm gonna take a moment to say a few thanks. Just take me a second here. So, yeah. So I want to take a minute just to say thanks to a few people. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. I want to say thanks to Matt Rains for for playing with me. Just making it great, man. Just making it great. And of course, I want to say thanks to my producer, Mark Abernathy. Like I said before, this album would definitely not be, it wouldn't be anything like what it is without Mark. That just goes without saying. And his son Yale, as well, contributed pretty hugely to the album. Several songs, a lot of lyrical arrangements, background vocal arrangements, instrumental arrangements, violin, strings, all that. Yale did that, and it was pretty amazing, actually. His daughter, India Abernathy, also sang background vocals on several songs. Dylan Monahan was on the album, Katrina Stroud, Daniel Levin, Daniel Durham, Sadie Rasmussen, and my mother, Juliana Kemp, also played on the album, as well as my son, Urban. I want to thank John Wyman at This Sounds Good Mixing for mixing the album, and Lurson Mastering did the mastering on it, which is pretty amazing. Also want to take a second for some personal thanks. I want to thank my husband, David, for bringing home the Dean guitar and informing me that I knew how to play it.
all those years ago. And I want to thank my muse, Urban, my parents, Robert and Julie, for their eternal love and support, my brother Kelly for being the coolest musician that I know, whose shirt tails I will always be chasing. I want to thank my patron Saint Cecilia for whispering song ideas in my ear in the middle of the night, and I want to thank God for his grace in my perpetual folly and foolishness. So with that, I'm going to switch to ukulele real quick. It'll only take me a second. And I think I'm kind of somewhat tuned up for this is one of the first ones that I wrote. And I wrote this one when my son was born. This may have been one of the first ones that you heard, Patrick. I think this was one of the ones that I debuted at one of those ham jams, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, please.
Duck walks into a bar. Okay. I don't want to take away from Cece, but I got to tell you that just to give you a little background, we met through a local con artist, actually. All right, and I was actually too broke to be conned, so that worked out fine for me. Did he con you?
He did. He conned me out of about 400, something like that.
Okay. I got nothing out of it, except I got to meet Cece. So he had told me that there was a lady down the street that wanted to make a record, and I think he told you that there was a guy that made records, and that was a little bit of an exaggeration. I had worked on records before, and I'd sort of, produced some of my own records, but I'd never taken on somebody else's project from the ground up before, and there was definitely a lot of nights where I stayed up going, what the did I get myself into here? Because, the equipment and all the gear and all the responsibility, I quickly became rather overwhelmed and felt like I had overpromised. But Cece has been really a massive inspiration. She came to me with some ideas of songs, and she'll probably, she may have told this story before, but we weren't quite ready to make a record, and both of us, just to make a long story short, I think we both grew so much from this process. Me as a producer and her as a songwriter. It's been deeply inspirational to watch her come from having a handful of song ideas and becoming a real formidable songwriter. I'm just deeply inspired and deeply moved by her perseverance and her growth. Just there's no end to her potential as an artist, and I'm really honored that she took a chance with me and was patient through this whole process. I just can't say enough. I can't heap enough praise on you. So very proud to be involved.
Thank you. Yeah, it was like a 5-year, something like that, process of me writing songs, and Mark would listen to them and go, maybe. Back home to the drawing board, and then I'd work on them some more. And I mean, it was a good 4 or 5 years in before I finally wrote the first one that was just out of the box. He went, "That's it, you figured it out," and then from there it was we just kept going. So yeah, like I said, there is no CC Hinton music without Mark Abernathy, and that will always be the case. All right, so this next one was one of the first ones that worked right out of the box. This one is Shakespeare.
through the night while you were sleeping. Work through the night to find the words you'll hear someday. I wanted them to impress you, but the night is gone, as are those right words to say. 1,000 words could paint a picture, but none could paint the colors I see. Not even Shakespeare, if he wrote a poem a day, could find the ones to let you know. Not even Shakespeare, with all those clever words to say, could find the ones to let you know, to let you know how I love you. Work through the night while you were sleeping. 1,000 odes and lines rush my aching head. Words were cheap and rhymes were fleeting. I hope this song will serve where words are left unsaid. 1,000 words could paint a picture, but none could paint the colors I see. Not even Shakespeare, with all those clever words to say, could find the ones to let you know. Not even Shakespeare, if he wrote a poem a day, could find the ones to let you know, to let you know how I love you. Can y'all hear the ukulele okay? Is it coming through? Okay. All right. I just gotta. So that one, you know, I wrote that for my son when my son was born. So naturally, the next one that I wrote was for my husband. Huh? Right. So the title of the album, While You Were Sleeping, comes from the song that I just did, Shakespeare. And plus, because it just totally made sense, because my son was a newborn, and I was writing these songs pretty much while he was sleeping, either taking naps, sleeping at night, whatever. I've been staying up late nights working on. If this album had anything done to it, it was probably while my son was sleeping. So so it made sense. You know, it's not about Bill Cosby. All right, I'm checking the time here. We're doing good. I just got a tune up for this one real quick. Sorry for the interruption. I keep saying, I keep promising I'm going to get a second ukulele so that I can have two different ones tuned. Oops, I didn't need that on E. I overshot. All right. Yeah, panic tuning. I should be pretty fast at this by now. All right. So the idea for this one, the title, I wrote this one from the title for my husband, and the idea came for it while I was washing dishes, because sometimes that's just how it works. All right. But yeah, this one goes out to my husband, David. my compass broke. I had no fix, the night sky hid behind a cloak. You happened on my starboard bow. Your eyes pierced through my darkest cloud, and I found my course by your side. After all these years, do you not know your pull on me? After all these years, do you not know that you're the reason I've come so far? Do you know who you are? My North Star. My love for you has never grayed. It's deepened with the lines on your face that show the places that we've been. You take my hand and I am brave. We've rode this ocean's toughest waves and wrote our names at the top. After all these years, do you not know your pull on me? After all these years, do you not know that you're the reason I've come so far? Do you know who you are? My North Star. After all these years, do you not know your pull on me? After all these years, do you not know that you're the reason I've come so far? Do you know who you are? My North Star.
All right. I'm going to very quickly switch back to guitar. I'm just going to concentrate and do this here. Yeah, I think I put them in the Jeep. Yeah, I am. I do have CDs. I did bring some with me, although I kind of cleared out the space a little quick. But I do have some. But otherwise, they're available on ccenson.com. All right, so this one was one of the more recent ones that I wrote. This one came from a dream. And this one on the album, this one was really made pretty awesome by Yale and India Abernathy. Yale wrote a background vocal arrangement on this one, which is just, I can't even put it into words. And India sang it, and it is just the most haunting thing. It's just amazing. It makes the whole, it set the tone for the song in a way that I couldn't have imagined. So, anyway.
I could tell him every time when he walks through the door.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to stop that because I'm in the wrong key. I was like, man, it was so... No. I'm putting that one in the right. Really? Have I been doing these in wrong keys? Oh, man. Whatever. All right. So, no. This one is up here, so I'm going to stop it and do it again. All right. If Radiohead can do it, so can I. I wish I could tell him every time when he walks through the door, inside I'm bleeding. How when I smile and fill his cup and never say a word, inside I'm screaming. How my whole life I've been reading lines or holding my tongue, all my songs unsung. And how my hunger is a match burning down to my fingertips if I let it burn. How his hazel eyes could see me down the road to sin. All my pages would be scattered in the wind. It's crazy how he'll never know all we've been through. This man I never knew. All the sweet delusions ever playing in my wicked mind, my wheels are spinning. And all the fruit within my reach is withering on the vine. I'm always waiting. Oh, his hazel eyes could see me down the road to sin. And all my pages would be scattered in the wind. It's crazy how he'll never know all we've been through. This man I never knew. All right. This next one, only have two more. Yeah, we're doing good. This next one was originally done on ukulele, but switched it to guitar for the album, so caviar. All right. This one's about life. We're thrift store designer jeans and worn out flip-flops, mozzarella cheese sticks and Chardonnay to bar, soda bottles filled with dandelion puffs from our backyard. We're Friday date night dress up wearing long outdated trims, cruising with the windows down in our 84 Mercedes Benz. Rungs missing from the social ladder, caviar on a saltine cracker, but it's all I need. La 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 la. We scrape the kale and the trash and go for a barbecue instead. Glances we exchange when our words need to be said. The coffee
under my eyes. Sip coffee as the sun begins its rise. Next to you, another day with you. We're the overseas vacation lost when our foundation cracked. We know that in a month or 3 we'll look back and laugh. Rungs missing from the social ladder, caviar on a saltine cracker. But it's all I need. You're all I need. All right. So I've got one more. I want to thank Matt again for playing with me. And I also want to shout out to Kevin Chin at North Shore Productions. Yeah, who was responsible for the live stream because there were more people who wanted to be here who couldn't be here, so that's why we're live streaming tonight. So thank you so much to Kevin Chin for doing an amazing job at that. All right, so this is the last one. I'm a bit of a historical fiction junkie, and also really like the American Civil War. I mean, like it as in a topic, not like that it... as in a topic. Yeah, no. Definitely not. Well, the song is clear, I think. The song is clear about what I thought about it. But I do find history an interesting topic, and I do like writing about it, so this was one of those. All right. Cotton field, the canvas for our sins. We reaped and sowed the land with the evil of men in chains. When Lincoln came in 61 to condemn the wrong I'd done, I turned my plowshare into a sword and bid farewell to my only son. But I'd give that rifle to work those fields with my own hands if I could go back to before this hell began. 'Cause I see it now, it washes over me like a flood. The price of my greed was flesh and blood. 20 years ago this day, Lord, it won't leave my eyes. Along the banks of Bayou Teche, the Union took us by surprise. A young boy came at me running. I fired a shot in reckless haste. Soldier's hat, I found my own son's face. Now I'd give that rifle to work those fields with my own hands if I could go back to before this hell began. 'Cause I see it now, it washes over my grief is flesh and blood.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to Matt Rains. Huh? Yeah. I will. I will even sign them, yeah. All right. Thanks. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, live stream. Everybody watching the live stream, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in and sharing this moment with me. There are no words for it. So anyway, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you all in person. Thank you. So before I take a break, though, I want you guys to help me just do one thing.